fish, fresh fish.
I don't do that.
Okay. Oh, you don't do
What?
that.
Yes, I'm a waterside picking that does not eat fresh
Oh my!
fish.
We need to check your DNA, Tega.
All right, good morning, everybody. While they are picking on me, can we just say good morning to all the Manchester United fans? No be hook up police, they win case. You can call the police and they find out you're guilty, like it was yesterday. All right, so we'll be talking about the Manchester Derby. We'll be talking about the first Grand Prix, F1 Grand Prix of the season. Well, Lewis Hamilton is fine, but that's not the issue for today. We'll also be talking about LeBron James, how he's lived up to expectations and even surpassed those expectations. But we'll only be doing all that talking after Zibby tells us how we can be a part of her cold locker room.
Tega, it's warm. It's warm, ignore Tega. The WhatsApp number to send your messages to is 0809 444 981. You could also tweet at Smooth981. And we're streaming live on YouTube. That's my camera over there. So it's Smooth981. You can catch the live stream.
And you can catch me shaking in the corner. Omatseye, please. Can we go through the headlines?
On the bill this morning, NBA LeBron James passes 40,000 point mark, but LA Lakers lose to Denver Nuggets. As Christian Horner, Verstappen says controversy driving team apart. Then Foden double inspires Man City to Derby Day fight back over Man United. As Jude Bellingham has scored 16 goals in La Liga this season. Then there would be Raspadori fires Napoli to win over Juve as Bologna's dream continues. There would be Klopp dismisses Forest complaints over Nunez winner. Then also Leverkusen extend Bundesliga lead to 10 points with Derby win.
What's it all? All right, and then we may just touch on the Arsenal match later tonight and Inter Milan's match at Genoa tonight. But let's start with the very first story. LeBron James. I still remember him from the day he was sitting on the couch with Oprah. And now look at him.
Oh.
He has children, and the children are about to have children. All right, let's start this story.
LeBron James became the first NBA player to reach 40,000 career regular season points in Saturday's game against the Denver Nuggets.
Yes, so the first, now he's the highest scorer ever in the NBA. And I know people used to think that that title was held by Michael Jordan. He wasn't. He was not good because he had the most numbers. I tell people this all the time. It's not how many numbers you have, it's how well you played the game. But yeah, he surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's the guy that used to hold the record. So huge one. Like I said, I remember when LeBron James came into this league. In fact, I think I watched LeBron from high school. Yes, his last season, last year in high school. I remember when he was drafted. I remember exactly what he looked like with that black people nose. I remember exactly how he sounded at the Oprah interview, and the expectations were high. My goodness, I think the person that's had the closest expectations coming into this league was Kobe Bryant, and even then, Kobe Bryant had that scandal that dented the expectation a little. LeBron has never had any such drama. Came in, married his wife, had his children, no hotel gist, no drama, just focusing on his focus. And now people are talking about if his son is going to be drafted. And so it's just amazing how the expectations were so much. He had no father figure in his life. He had no former NBA player in his life. That Kobe's father played in the NBA, so that one you can say he was around the league. LeBron had no such thing.
Wow.
And still he came into this league, dominated, won championships, away from home, won championships for his home, and now is the highest scorer ever in the NBA. What a reputation and what a legacy to have. Now, if I were Bronny or Bryce, I'd be a carpenter. I've said it before. If your father has been a great guy in the league, it's not the time to go to the league. Whatever you do, you will be a flop. You have to be greater or you are a flop. It's that simple. Think Steph Curry and his father. Steph Curry's father was good. Steph Curry is great. You have to. Steph Curry is now the flop of the family. and he's had a great career, don't get me wrong, but he's the flop of the family. So if I were Bronny or Bryce, it's time to go and start a movie career or something else. Just don't you can't it's, it's tough. It's tough. He's won five, yeah, 5 rings. No, let's count. 3 with Heat. Yeah, 5 rings, 3 with Heat, one with Cavs and one with Lakers. Yeah, he's won 5 rings. His highest scorer in the NBA. What do you want to? How do you want to surpass that? You have to now win 6 championships. Bronny wins 6 championships. Which team is going to play on? So I don't know. It's tough. Congratulations to LeBron though, but that's such a big shoe to fill if you're Bronny James or Bryce James.
Drifting away to the circuits now, let's see what it's looking like. The controversy around Red Bull team principal Christian Horner is driving people apart, says the father of the team's F1 champion Max Verstappen.
One day we'll talk about how yours is other life off the track. But today, let me leave the questionable reputation and focus on the focus. Yes, this weekend, unfortunately, was not about how fast the Red Bull was, even if Max Verstappen won the first Grand Prix of the season by over 22 seconds. He in fact he crossed the line, then we paused and we waited and we waited and we twiddled our thumbs a little bit and we danced around and picked a bale of cotton, and then Sergio Perez now crossed the line later. That's how good and how fast the Red Bull still is. I did say they were sandbagging during the practice session because everybody was talking about how Mercedes looks better, how Ferrari looks better, but Verstappen was busy finishing in 6th, and I knew that they were sandbagging. Come race day, Iowa, they are back to first position. They finished 1 and 2 in the race. But yeah, as much as Red Bull was fast, as much as Mercedes is still where Mercedes was, and as much as Ferrari and Charles Leclerc are still struggling with their cars and how they are going to do better, and Carlos Sainz is the abandoned child of the group. As much as all that was happening, the drama was still focused on Christian Horner. And he did the most cliche thing. So race day, he came in with why do I keep calling her? What's her real name? Ginger Spice. I don't know her real name. I'm just going to keep calling
Jerry
her
Halliwell.
thank you. He came with Jerry hand in hand. You know that thing, every time they catch a politician, doing committing some form of adultery, he always comes on hand in hand with his wife. That's how Christian Horner came to the racetrack, hand in hand with Jerry Tega. Her name is Jerry, not Ginger Spice. And they both walked into so the camera was just following them. Every time they went, the camera was on them because they were the distraction this weekend. There were rumors that somebody had leaked a drive filled with all the inappropriate messages that Christian Horner allegedly sent. And I was waiting for F1 media to release it. But we now also heard news that his lawyers had put out a statement that anybody that releases whatever leaked messages they have will be sued, because those documents are supposed to be sealed.
Anonymous.
I'm just like, look, it doesn't need to be F1 media. Link it to Daily Mail. Let's read something.
I mean, this whole
Give me
suspense is taking
anything.
too much time. Let's see what.
I don't know. Where's Gist Blogger? Don't they know this? Don't they know Christian Horner? I want to see these messages, please. But yeah, the
It's
question.
weird that I spent some good minutes of my time trying to see if I could find those
Messages.
messages.
I tried, my darling. I tried. I worked really hard, but apparently I'm not very good at digging. But yeah, so there is something, but the case was dismissed, and I think the case was dismissed by Red Bull so that there'll be some stability. But there is no stability because everywhere he goes, people are asking, was it true? Did you really do that? So that these questions and all of that. So he was regardless of what happened this weekend, he was the major news. We even heard that he had a meeting with the F1 president just on Friday. So it's a tricky one. I don't know that this will go away anytime soon. But yeah, regardless of what's happening off track, Red Bull is still winning on track. And so Max Verstappen won his first race. Sergio Perez came second. So it was a Red Bull 1 and 2, and then Sainz finished third. So far from this Grand Prix, Mercedes still has a lot of work to do, especially down the straights. They look really slow. Ferrari still has some work to do, and I think it's a question um, of reliability, and so they need to sort that out because throughout the race, Charles Leclerc was struggling with something, and Sainz was struggling with another thing, and I was just like, why are these guys still struggling? It's the first weekend. The car shouldn't be breaking down. But yeah, those are the issues that are there. But it's clear Red Bull have this lockdown. So this is another championship for Max Verstappen.
All right, on to football. Pep Guardiola says Phil Foden has become a world-class talent capable of deciding big games after the 23-year-old scored twice in Manchester City's 3-1 win over Manchester United just yesterday.
Oh yes, he definitely decided this game for the most part because prior to him taking that shot from outside the 80-yard box and beating Onana with it, nothing Onana could do there. This is not an indictment on Onana. Prior to him taking that shot, I couldn't see where the goal was coming from. Kevin De Bruyne did nothing on the day. In fact, I just want to say, if they paid Kevin De Bruyne's salary for what he did this weekend, they should pay me salary because both of us did exactly the same thing. We had both the same amount of impact on the match. So if they paid him, I'm going to ask for a salary from Manchester City. But yeah, he wasn't doing much. So he wasn't making penetrative passes. He wasn't making any crosses that could make any impact. There was nothing he was doing. Kevin De Bruyne was pretty much anonymous, apart from the fact that you could tell he was the one because of the color of his hair. But because he was anonymous, Haaland was majorly without any impact too. And even the one time the ball came to Erling Haaland, it came from a Phil Foden header, and you would have thought Erling Haaland would bury that tap in. Unfortunately, he took it over the bar. That miss was a Yakubu Ayegweni miss. It was yes.
Wow. Throwback.
It was easier to miss that ball, to score that ball than to miss it. Erling Haaland did the harder thing. I'm just saying. But the good news is that he later scored a goal. So those kind of things can be forgotten when you eventually score a goal. But prior to that, Phil Foden, I didn't know where Manchester City were going to get ball from because Manchester United had a good shape. You know, they held the line very well. They defended very well. They had a good structure. They frustrated Manchester City. Manchester City couldn't stretch them apart before that. And every time Manchester City had an opportunity before that Phil Foden goal, it had to be when Manchester United had been on the counter, lost the ball, and then were a little out of shape before you saw that Manchester City had a chance. So it was looking good for Manchester United and Erik ten Hag up until that point. And then Phil Foden broke the dam, and after that, the flood just came in. So a tough loss for Manchester United, and great one for Phil Foden because his first goal, I would say that was extremely brilliant. Second goal, I still think there was just something that the defense could have done. Again, I will not blame Onana. People say, oh, Onana could have done better. But Onana was standing in a position where he had an open Erling Haaland. Nobody was covering Erling Haaland. And then he had Phil Foden with the ball. So he wasn't sure what was going to happen because if they pass the ball to Erling Haaland, he's still exposed. If he leaves Phil Foden, he's exposed. He was caught. Yeah, he was caught in between a rock and a hard place. So that wasn't really his fault. His defense really let him down. And of course, the third goal, Sofiane Amrabat, what can we say? He came on and he started playing for the other side. So 3 goals Onana considered yesterday. I wouldn't blame him for any one of them. Tough run of luck for Manchester United, but for Manchester City, they are now 1 point behind Liverpool, which means next weekend, if you are a Liverpool fan, just drink your soup earlier in the day. Because next weekend could be the decider of where this Premier League title goes. All right. On that note,
and I like the way you called the game last Friday. You mentioned Rashford.
Yes.
And you made mention of what he could do. And
well, he I think he upset Manchester City safe. Because he scored that thunderous goal. Let me tell you, Manchester United could have wrapped that game up in the first half. They had 3 opportunities that if they had put that ball in the back of the net, then it makes it an even tougher task for Manchester City. When you play against the Manchester City, I take the opportunities you have. Rashford may have scored that thunderbolt, but he missed 2 clear chances that I thought, whoa, if he had just, especially that one that he missed on the line. that he miskicked the ball and kicked the grass instead. I was like, that's it. That's where you've lost this derby.
It is still the locker room on Smooth 98.1. More story up ahead on the other side.
Woo! Woo! He's cold! He's cold!
Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life.
They make the place go.
I'm telling you, human beings, they can never be satisfied.
Gosh,
This thing has taken out one of the locker room beds.
that's right. And it's too we use normally to be able to
Like, see,
to
it's,
double.
this noise is weird.
Making love to a cello.
You're complaining, you must use it all. You must use it like that.
So smooth.
This place is cold.
So
Oh,
We'll just use that one. And maybe when they
And I'm
sort out
wearing
this
This is
is
just CJ signing.
it's really crazy. The bed went up here. Oh my goodness. This is mad. Tega!
Listening to the Smooth Breakfast Show.
I'm not supposed to go to sleep.
It is still the locker room on Smooth 98.1 FM. We're getting to the locker room and Tega still here. Let's get to see what the messages are looking like this morning. Tega, someone has a prescription for you, and that's Tayo, and he says we should get you sapele water.
You know that would be good for this kind of cold. That would be, yeah.
AY is here, he says, from Oniru. Pep and the City Boys were relentless, ruthless against Manchester United yesterday. Foden is in the form of his life right now with about 11 goals and 7 assists this season so far in the Premier League. And who's going to stop him apart from him? Now it goes on. Larry come from the abroad. I think no
Honey,
Hannah
oh wow.
was this despised in the paddock. Though, did you hear that that level said, oh my, now anyway.
No. Honor, people don't like. Let me tell you where how bad Honor people don't like Honor. You know when it was Toto and Honor, people were saying contrasting teams. But Max Verstappen's father cannot stand Christian Honor, and Max Verstappen's father is not the greatest person.
Oh wow.
so
Maybe evil
so
recognizes
for him
evil.
not to be able to stand him, let me even shock you more. Chief engineers in Red Bull cannot stand Christian Horner. So his problems are plenty.
The takedown.
This is a takedown. After all the people that stole from Lewis Hamilton, they must crumble. They must crumble.
Okay, we're going back to Zibby's prayers this morning. Moving on. Let's just give it to Max and worry about the rest. By the way, imagine life as Sheko just finished second best and you're safe. No driver even wants to hear that, but that's his reality. Larry from the abroad.
Yep.
Josh says it appears that La Liga refs are fast becoming envious of their Premier League colleagues because they've been making the news in the past 3 weeks. What was the drama in Valencia versus Madrid?
Oh, we are going to talk about that next. Yeah.
Got time to throw in one?
Yeah, let's just stream one message.
Biggie from K2 says, Tega, we dedicate today's locker room to Man United that went to City with our favorite keeper, Onana. It's safe to say that the glory has departed from Man U.
Since.
Don't forget any bleep from Man City or Liverpool is a good opportunity for the Gunners.
But Arsenal has to play Sheffield and beat them first now. People should be coming down. I don't like this mouth people are making. Okay, let's quickly go to the Girona story. Sorry, the La Liga story.
Jude Bellingham was sent off for complaining after the final whistle denied him a winning goal for Real Madrid in a rather dramatic game at Valencia.
All right, I don't know how the final whistle will deny you a winning goal. You shouldn't be scoring after the whistle has gone. But let's start this story from the top. So Valencia faced Real Madrid. Valencia scored 2 goals to go ahead. And then Real Madrid now scores in literally the dying minutes of the first half. Now, after scoring, you know that they will give you time. They're supposed to give you 1 added minute to run up with the ball. Valencia takes the ball and they are on the attack. The ball is literally crossed in the air to the other side, and the referee blows the whistle for halftime. This is first half. So Valencia players are mad. They're like, why didn't you wait for our attack to finish before you blow the whistle? And the referee shoos them away. You have 45 minutes. Whatever attack you were doing, you can attack again in the second half. Everybody goes, no noise, oh. Everywhere is quiet. Everywhere is quiet. Then, second half starts. Real Madrid now eventually equalize, and now they're chasing a winner. And prior to that, I must mention, Diakabi picks up a nasty injury. He broke his leg, kind of broke his leg. And you could see the horror on the players' faces. I couldn't even believe that they could play after that injury, because even the Chouameni that fell on top of the guy's leg that broke, he was he was bent over on the other side. Someone had to be rubbing his back. I was like, you're not the one with the broken leg and they're rubbing your back. But that's how horrified they were. Only for them to carry their Diakabi off, and match started. Hostilities continued. So Real Madrid are on the hunt for a winner, and the referee had actually Modric goes to take the cross. As Modric crosses the ball, the referee had put his whistle in his mouth to blow final whistle. The ball gets to Brahim. Was it Brahim? Was it Brahim Diaz? Yeah. And then as Brahim kicks as the final whistle blows. Now the final whistle is 3. You know, it goes pim, pim, pim. As they blow the first pim, match has finished. The referee is not going to pause his process in the middle. So he blows the whistle as Brahim Diaz crosses the ball. Real Madrid players carry on. Jude Bellingham scores the goal. And then they are now mad that the goal doesn't stand. The final whistle has already gone. What are the...
You said 3.
Yeah, no. Once you blow the first one, that's the beginning of the end.
The beginning of that, but it's not the end.
No, it's the end.
Okay.
You can't... Nothing counts after that.
Okay.
He just has to blow the other 2 to complete the song.
Formality.
Once he blows that first whistle, the referee cannot pause the blowing of the whistle in the middle of the blowing of the whistle. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
So he has... The only reason he's blowing it 3 times is to indicate the end of the match, because normally he'd blow once for a free kick or a foul or a pause in the game. So once he blows that whistle, it's done. So now everybody's mad that why should you blow the whistle when the ball is in the air? The ball wasn't in the air. The ball was on Brahim Diaz's feet. That's number 1. Number 2, I've never been a fan of blowing the whistle when a team is attacking. I always want you to let the play finish, then you can blow the whistle. But referees these days, they don't care, and it's not just La Liga. That's number 2. But number 3, and most important, it happened to Valencia in the first half. Real Madrid players quietly walked down the tunnel. Now it happened to you people in the second half. You people are tearing shirts. Collect red card, all of you. In fact, I should have given everybody that came to talk red card. So they now get after the match, Jude Bellingham collected red. I think another person, maybe it was Rudiger, that collected red. There were 2 more red cards at the end of the match, but it was okay.
You could not blow, but you could give cards at the end of the match.
No, you can give card anytime. In fact, if you are walking down the tunnel,
what?
Yes, if you are walking down the tunnel and somebody says something, you give him card. I'm so sorry, but yeah, that was it. And Jude Bellingham was inappropriate, and Jude Bellingham has begun to reveal some of the reasons why, you know, some of his teammates didn't like him. He has a language problem. I'm sorry, I don't care what it is. When he gets angry, he's not a nice person. When he get and I know because I'm not a nice person too when I'm angry, but that's not the issue. I'm not on the field of play. He's not a nice person when he gets angry, and it's shown 1 too many times. So this is back-to-back weekends now that he's lost his cool. And I can't say it's justified, because the referee blew the whistle, end of discussion. So he has to go. The referee wasn't being biased. He did it against Valencia in the first half. He did it against Real Madrid in the second half. Equal. I think it's all fair.
In love or in war?
in war. I think it's sad though. I'd rather have the game play out completely. But hey.
In other news, Giacomo Raspadori struck late to give Napoli a 2-1 win over unfortunate Juventus on Sunday, while Bologna's Champions League dream continues after beating top 4 rivals Atalanta 2-1.
Yeah, so Bologna now has 6 wins in a row. Let's see how long that one can continue. But for Napoli Juventus, really horrible game by the should I call them the old ladies now? Because there were so many chances that Juventus had to score before Napoli even took the lead. In fact, Juventus created most of the clear-cut chances. Put the ball in the back of the net. Huge miss. Vlahovic was just there throwing away the ball. And then at the end of the day, they lose this particular match to Napoli, and they can cry about it and say, oh, Inter Milan, or it looks like Inter Milan has already won the Scudetto. But you had the opportunity to press and stay second. But you threw this match away. So yes, Napoli, great one for them. They're able to take their own chances, score the goal. Even when Juventus came back in, they had to find a way to score a winner. So they look like they are getting back on the mend. But for Juventus, yesterday must have been a sad day, because they could have won this with all the chances they had, especially in the first half.
Let's touch base with England as we're getting ready to close up.
All right. Jurgen Klopp claimed Darwin Núñez's controversial late winner against Nottingham Forest was legit as Liverpool moved 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League on Saturday.
I agree completely. Again, this one is madness. See, if the ball was with so I agree on the point of the time. Now the ball goes into the 18-yard box. The referee is getting ready to blow his whistle because he's looked at his wristwatch. Now the ball gets to Cho. What's Cho's real name again? Hey Tega. I remember his real name before the match is over. The ball gets to Cho. He used to play for Chelsea, in case you remember who Cho is. Atsenuwa, Tega. The ball gets to him first. Now, instead of him to clear the ball, he passes the ball to Awoniyi. Now, by the time he passed the ball to Awoniyi, there's a Liverpool player already bearing down on Awoniyi. So this goal was not Awoniyi's fault. This goal was Cho's fault, because he could have cleared the ball then. Now, if Nottingham Forest had cleared the ball at the time that the ball got to Cho, the referee would have blown the whistle a few seconds after. But the Cho now passes the ball to Awoniyi. Awoniyi loses the ball to McAllister. McAllister crosses the ball into the 18-yard box. The referee did not want to blow the whistle with the ball in the air. And this is what I'm talking about, completing play in the time of play. So people are arguing that La Liga's own was wrong. Now, are you arguing again that England's own is wrong? Should people say they should not blow the whistle when a team is attacking? So the referee waited for the play to be complete before the referee now came in. So the referee waited for the play to complete. Unfortunately, the complete play ended up with the ball in the back of the net. It is a goal now. What people want? Okay, when people want the referee to blow the whistle now? Because people are saying he should not blow it when a team is attacking. And now people are saying he should have blown it when the time was up. So when people want the referee to blow the whistle is what I want to know now. Because these are two classic situations and they are both controversial. It's a clean goal. If Nottingham Forest had cleared the ball, the referee would have blown the whistle on time. But they didn't. And Liverpool won the ball and they were attacking. The referee said, let me wait for the play to finish. Now the referee is problematic again. People should pick a struggle, please. It's Monday morning. Let's know what we are doing for the rest of the week. Pick a struggle. All right. Let's take your messages to round up.
Chaya's message. It comes up. Núñez with all the missed opportunities chose the wrong time to score a goal. Real Madrid should be coming down. Refereeing came with die sting against football this weekend. Nobody's above collecting a card anywhere, anytime. Collect.
You get a card. You get a card.
Messages here. If that build-up to the derby equalizer was done in the AFCON, it would have been flagged as a foul. Walker pulled Rashford from behind. Doesn't matter if he fell so easily or not. EPL refs are so full of errors. That's the reason why Jose Mourinho asked them.
I disagree. They did not pull Rashford. They touched Rashford on the shoulder. He fell under the anointing because it was Sunday. That thing cannot fall my running nephew. He fell the whole Rashford.
All right, I see your message from on the YouTube channel says, please we can't see Tega. Oh, Tega, just come say.
See, I'm actually blocking myself from the cold. This is the warmest part in the studio. That's why I'm here.
And Cruz is up here saying, Tega Biko, enjoy it too. That's the circular water or what? The weather outside is horribly hot. That's what he said. Emeka Onelum is here with us. He says, I remember Ole.
Had a lot of problems at United, but beating Manchester City wasn't one of them. Just put in Fred and McTominay, and
Exactly.
City will already be losing even before Pep scratches the surface. We're out of time.
We're out
Thanks
of
for your
time. We're out of
messages.
time. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. Too. We'll come again your way again on Wednesday. Aspire to Maguire. I leave your studio. You want to kill me?
I'll be chilling here.
No.
Maybe it's because it's on my back.
No.
Let me move a bit.
You are not going to. Please.